Welcome back to the blowy fields of Perthshire. So day 2. I was out yesterday with Albert and well, I was supposed to be out with Simon today, but he cannot make it. So me and Albert, and we are out on the Roman field. So we're back on the field that has produced a big sestertius, a big bronze 1st century Roman coin, and it's also produced an Emperor Hadrian silver denarius, which is from about 122 AD, so it's from the 2nd century, but it's an absolute cracker of a coin. So have a look back at previous videos if you haven't seen that yet. Right, I'm not going to talk much more than that. We're back out, so let's go and see if we can find some treasure. Oh, and also, thanks for 7 million views. Incredible. I remember I was almost at 4 million last time I did a shout out, and well, where does the time go? Right, let's go. Well folks, I've had another disaster. Turned on the detector and it wouldn't pick up the 13-inch coil. The same thing that happened, if you remember, a couple of months ago after I updated to version, what are we on, 2.0 or something like that. And I know that the coil has charge in it because I charged it before I came out. It was fully charged. So I've got no idea what's going on. I could not get it to connect. I have my spare coil in the van. I went back, tried to connect that, fully charged, won't connect. Thankfully, I've managed to sort of shoehorn the puck to accept only on this coil to basically allow me to put sensitive full tones on so I can detect. So I've taken the control box off, left it in the van, but I've got no idea what is going on with this software, if there's some sort of glitch, because it's worked perfectly ever since the last problem. So if you know, let me know. Right, let's see if we can save the day and go and find something.
I wish it's just got a nice patina on it,
Well, I haven't even started yet. Come on, Albert's got himself a wee thing.
Like a brooch.
It's a bit like a brooch. You want me to give it a wee clean up? So, a wee funky little thing for Albert. But yeah, it looks like some sort of brooch, I would say, you're right. Don't really recognise the design, but I don't think it's massively old. Maybe a couple of 100 years at best. 150. It's kind of got that Victorian look to it. Get you in the sun a wee bit. So yeah, if you know, comment below, but good start for Albert. Yet again, he's running away. Well done. Never in a million years did that sound like a coin, and I think we've got a coin. So, have we got a wee imprint? Kind of. Now, maybe it isn't a coin. Oh no, it is. No, that's Britannia. I was going to say, because it's a really bizarre signal. And it looks like George V. It's a cracker. That is a beauty. Yet again, Gorgeous George makes the first coin appearance. A lovely coin. Really nice coin. Should get a date off this. And we do. 1921. 1921. Let's give it a wee polish with the old bendy thumbs. Get a bit of detail. Look at that. Now that is about as good a patina as you're going to get off a coin. Look at the detail on that. No need for a fade in, that's for sure. A lovely olive green colour. This field produced that wonderful George III copper coin, the best condition George III that I have ever found. So certainly seems as if this field can be pretty good for coins. But a real beauty. So the beginning of the roaring 20s, which then ended with the Wall Street crash. Brilliant, nice coin, and despite my problems, I found this in the first, 15 minutes. I'm having an absolute nightmare. This detector seems to have a mind of its own today. It's lost the coil again. So you can see it flashing up there, no coil. It's trying to connect to the coil, and then it's not doing anything. So just double check. Yes, that's correct. And still no coil. Trying to connect again, nothing. I don't understand what is going on. Really have no idea. Alright, I'm going to go back to the car and I'm going to try and get the computer on. Maybe if it's had a wee break. Maybe if I put the 13-inch back on, maybe it'll work. So stay tuned. Well, I might have to do eyes only detecting if this doesn't work. But anyway, look, walking back to the car. Got myself another stopper. We've had quite a lot of glass stoppers out this field, but none like this. It's quite an unusual one. No writing on it though, but probably Victorian, 1830, 1900. Right, let's go and see if we can fix this coil. Okay, I thought I'd film this just to see if anyone else has had a similar issue, or whether or not I'm being completely and utterly stupid. So, we turn on the computer again. Now, that's the headphones just automatically starting to come on by themselves. We select headphones, and immediately again it's asking to connect a coil. So let's try the smaller 11-inch coil, which is that one there, and back, and nothing. Now I know from having just used it that it's fully charged, 100% fully charged. And there again it's trying to connect to a coil, so I can see the lights flashing on the coil. It's trying to connect, but it's just not happening. So let's try the bigger coil and see whether or not that works. Trying to connect, but nothing. Bizarre. Now I'll show you again so you can see the lights coming on. So you'll see it's got charge in it, it's got life in it. See if it's going to ask me if I want to connect again. There you go, so you can see it lighting up. It's trying to connect, and yet again, see the light on, and nothing, gone. Let's go back to, tell you what, let's go back to options, and let's go to pairing again, select, and let's pick the other coil. So that's the 11-inch one, so here it is here. The lights are off, push it up, and select that. See what happens. There's the light trying to come on, and nothing. And the light's gone off again. And both coils have got charge in them. So again, there it is trying to connect, and nothing. How frustrating is that? Again, trying to connect. Nout. Absolutely nout. And I don't understand why the headset managed to connect to this coil and it was working perfectly. You saw me, I found a coin. It showed clearly that it was fully charged, and then all of a sudden, boof, the coil's off. Right, turn that off, turn that on again. I know this doesn't necessarily make for fantastic viewing, but just want to show you all, just in case you're shouting at the screen going, John, what are you doing that for? You shouldn't be pressing that button, you should be pressing that button. But again, look, no coil. So if we go to settings, there is the coil there, because I've only got the one that it came with, the 11-inch set in this one. And again, trying to connect, no coil. There's the light on, it's flashing, it's solid. Nothing, off again. And the last time this happened was a day or two after I did the version 2.0 update. And I turned the detector off because I tried everything to fix it. I turned it off, I left it in the van. The next morning I took it out the van, I turned it on, and it worked. And I hadn't done anything different, but I ended up re-flashing the software, the 2.0, just in case. It's worked perfectly for the last 3 months, hasn't missed a beat, and then bang, back to exactly what's happened before. Can you explain? Because I certainly can't. Don't ask me how, because I've absolutely no idea. I just kept turning it on, turning it off, turning the headphones on, turning them off, and all of a sudden it's connected to the coil. Only the small coil, and as you can see, look, fully charged. There is no issue with power. So there is just some sort of glitch, and I just don't know what it is. But clearly it's working again, so I'm not going to turn the machine off. I'm going to go and see if we can find something before it dies again. What do you make of this bizarre find from Albert? It's solid lead. He said it's like a tombstone, and it is. It's like a headstone, but on the back it's got a raised bit there, and it's piercing through leather. There's the remnants of leather there. I don't want to pull it off, but that's bizarre. So what do you think of that? As ever, let us know in the comments below.
84, 85 with me.
Possible coin contender, 84, 85 for Albert. And as ever, forgot to do that. 85 for me. So it's a thing. Is that a bit of a bottle top, Albert? Right there. No, it's a bit of straw. Right, I take it back. It wasn't a bottle top. Let's get the pinpointer out, or out the hole, whatever it is. That's green. That's a stone. What's that? That's green. Well, that's it there. Just a little bit of bronze. That's definitely it. Well, it's just a little bit of possible metal working. So, well, it's a thing. Better than aluminium. And so far, the coil's still working. This one is a screamer. 92, 93, 94. Under that big lump, I think. Ugh, let's try and get that out. Oh, there we go. Well, I can see something, and it's not a coin. Quite a big target. What is that? It's a bit of brass. Not sure exactly what, but it's a thing. The wind is getting worse and worse. I think we've got some rain on the way. Yep, some sort of cap or something. Hollow through there, I think. Nope, maybe not. So yeah, it's a thing, not quite sure. There's a hole through there, but agricultural machinery, methinks. Now this one was a pretty weak 55, and I wonder if we might have another toy soldier. Definitely looks like a person. It is. That is a human form, well, the upper part of them at least. And that is the back. Possibly a figure that's been on a horse. Get my wee brush out. The wind is horrific. It's absolutely terrible. It's absolutely terrible, but it's a little lead figure. It looks like a red coat soldier again. And I would say that they've been probably seated on a horse. But it definitely looks like a sort of 1850, 1900 sort of red coat soldier figure. and it's probably from that kind of period, maybe into the early 1900s, but a little child's toy. Nice little thing. Shame we didn't get a whole one, but still better than aluminium. Albert shouted, can't hear a word because of the wind. He's coming over with something. Oh, he's got you got a threepence last time.
Yeah.
The silver kid.
That's 3 today.
1920, so George V. And looking in pretty good condition. A few scuffs on the head. Clearly in the fields of Perthshire they were just throwing silver away back in the day. There you go, that's a better focus. So there you go, very nice. 1920. It was about 10 pence a pint back then, so unfortunately doesn't even buy half a pint of beer, but it's going to be, let me think, 1920, I think it will be 50% silver, but it's in good condition, and it is a silver coin, so they all count. Well done, Albert, very nice. A screamer. 93, 94. Bit of lead, bit of brass, bit of silver. Don't see anything yet. Oh. Hoping once we get down the hill we're going to get a little bit more shelter. Well, I could have sworn it was there. What is there? It's a buckle. We have a buckle, complete with a pin. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it is. Yeah, there's a pin there. There you go. Still moves. Give it a wee wiggle. There you go. Sew that on my trousers later. It is almost certainly horse related. Not decorated, just a plain one. And, well, not massively old again. I know a lot of people from the US are commenting, or a few people have commented that, you know, I'm saying it's not very old and it's 200 years old or 250 or 300 years old, which I appreciate. It's as old as the United States, but obviously in Scottish terms it's not that old. I'd say it's probably a couple of 100 years at the most, but it's still a nice little thing. Copper buckle. Brilliant. Nice find. Right next to the buckle, which was right there, we got a 74, 75. Took one spadeful out and I can see a green edge right there. And we could have a coin. I think we have. A coin or a button? Coin, I think. See a little bit of detail on there. It's a halfpenny, I think. Doesn't look in the best of condition though. But it is another coin. I think it might be a struggle to get in and off of this. Alright, I'll do my best and I'll get back to you, but it is coin number 2, I do believe. We have a coin, but it is not a halfpenny. It's very difficult to see, but there is a date at the bottom and it looks like 185 something. And I don't know if that's a head or not. Let me zoom you in a touch more. I think it is, but it is not of this country. It's European, and the reason I know that is because it's got this thick line round the outside edge. The letters that I can see, the odd letter, are much bigger than the typeface used on British coins at the time, and I think that might actually be an ear right there. So there is someone on there, I think, ahead. And on the other side, there's a little bit more lettering. See just over here, you can see AN, I think that is. And again, I think there's a head on this side too. And I wonder if it's either Dutch or French. And that explains the low readout that didn't sound like a coin. I think it might be Napoleon III. And he ruled around about 1850. So he was a former leader in France, and he was also the nephew of Napoleon Bonaparte, Napoleon the First. So there you go. We do get a few Napoleon III coins in Scotland, in Perthshire. Obviously they just must have passed for currency, or there was quite a lot of people who had French ancestry or connection who were maybe working in the fields, migrant workers or such like. But it is a coin, it is a halfpenny, and if you know for sure who it might be, then let me know in the comments below. Coin number 2, going well so far. 8384, and we've got our first musket ball. I haven't had one for a wee while. Let's get the old magic cloth out. Sorry, Shell and Jim, I had to chop the cloth up slightly. It's just too big, especially on windy days like today. It was just whipping around. This one has definitely been fired. Look at the dimples on it. So it's had impact on stones or maybe a person. But we've had a lot of musket balls in and around this field, probably 17th or early 18th century. A wee surface find, and it is a fork. Well, what's left of a fork. Let's try and bend that open slightly, get the mud out. So you can just see there are a couple of little teeth left, if that's the word, on the fork. Tines, I think you would call them, isn't it? But yeah, it's a fork, probably 50, no, in fact, probably 100, 150 years old. Oh well. And now we've got a bit of a big spoon to go with a fork. This one sounds pretty good. 89.90. Coin territory. And a nice tone. But is it? Let's see. It is in there. We have the first clod, and there it is there, it's just fallen out. Look, oh, it's silver. Hey, silver! Silver! Is it a hammered? I don't think so. Is it? It could be a hammered. Could be a hammered. Maybe. Maybe. No, it's not. It's a milled. It's a milled, but it's a weird looking milled. It's not one that I'm instantly thinking I know what it is. And it could be a William and Mary. Or a Gavilimus. I think it is, look. Yes. That was a lovely sound too. I thought it was possibly a coin, but I didn't expect it to be silver. I think it's a William III of Scotland. Sorry, a William II of Scotland, a William III of England. Hang on, I need to find my water bottle. Where's the foo-foo? Is that what it's called? Right. Where's the foo-foo? Get the foo-foo out. Brilliant! I think it is. Oh, all the water's gone down my welly. I think have I scratched that? Maybe, possibly. I think it is MVS Gavilimus. So it's a lovely William III, and I think that is a shilling. It's a very smooth little coin, but I'll clean this up and get back to you. But we're on the silver, and it's probably from 1600s. Folks, it is a beauty. It is a shilling, which is 12 pence in the old days. And on the back you can just make out the Harp of Ireland. There would be 3 lions of England. That's the fleur-de-lis, the flowers of the lily of France. And there would also be a rampant lion of Scotland. And within there, I think in the centre, is Stadtholder of the Netherlands, because it is William of Orange, also known as William III of England, also known as William II of Scotland, also known as King Billy. And I've given it a wee polish, and look at that. That is a beautiful coin. Now, unfortunately, I think I might have scratched it. I'm not certain, but that is Gavilimus, William III, de Gratia, by the grace of God. And you can see him looking to the right with his big quiff. And that is a beautiful coin. That would have been a lot of money back in, well, it predates 1702. It's probably from sometime between 1688 and 1696. That tends to be where most of them date. But the date would be on the other side, and it's worn off, unfortunately. But William III is the reason why the Jacobites happened, because he seized the throne of Scotland and England in 1688 with a glorious revolution. Him and his wife Mary, who was also his cousin as well as his wife, she was the son of James VII of Scotland, who was also James II of England. He became king of Scotland and England in 1685, and in 1688 he was overthrown because not only had he converted to Catholicism, but he had also married an Italian lady, a Catholic Italian lady called Mary of Modena, and they also produced a son and heir who was also to be raised as a Roman Catholic, and that did not go down well with a lot of people. So they arranged for his daughter Mary from his first marriage to come and seize the throne with her Protestant husband William, who was also Protestant, as was she, and overthrow them. And that led to the beginning of the Jacobite campaigns, which kicked off right through that period, 1688, 1689, 1690, 1692, all the way right through until the final uprising, which was Bonnie Prince Charlie in 1745-46. And he was the grandson of the exiled and forced to abdicate James VII and II. So that is brilliant. 12 pence, silver, probably 92, 94, 98% silver, a bit worn, especially on the back, but that is stunning. You heard the sound, you saw the dig, and that is a really, really beautiful coin from the time of the Jacobites. 17th century Jacobite era silver. Doesn't get much better than that, especially after the terrible start that I had. I've heard the expression that you've got a heart of stone, but never that you've got a heart of lead. And that is definitely heart-shaped, and that is definitely made of lead. It's rough on the back, and often when you get that, usually it means it's been attached to leather. So a leather heart, or a heart made of lead mounted on leather. Can't say I've had one of them before. If you know, or if you recognise it, then comment below. I'd reckon probably less than 200 or 300 years old, but let me know. Nice find. And there must be a theme going on. 50, 51. I've got another heart. Except this one is not lead, it's copper alloy. It's got this little lug sticking out, so maybe it's been part of a lid off a box or something like that. But I was just showing Albert just a few minutes ago when I found the lead heart, which was actually my last target. I said to Albert, look, nothing says I love you quite like giving you a lump of toxic lead that's heart-shaped. But at least this person gave copper alloy. So there you are. Date-wise, well, again, 200, maybe 300 years old, but what do you think? Let me know. Must have been a lot of love in this field. I wish I could say the wind was improving, but it isn't. Don't think this is a coin, it seems a bit big. But you know what I'm like when it comes to guessing. Still down there. There's something, and that looks like it's maybe painted. Tractor related, I think. Well, it's not a heart, but it is kind of shield shaped. Yeah, I think it's junk, but give it a wee dig out just in case. Yes, it's fairly modern sort of metal. Don't know what it is, but it's a thing with a rivet in it. Right, junk. Oh well. This is another nice target. In with a shout of a wee penny. It's vanished. So on the speed, it was. Happens all the time, that. Is that a buckle right there? No. It's a bit of webbing, I think. It is. It's a kind of it's either off a pair of sort of dungaree suspenders, or it's part of your sort of webbing, your ammunition belt or whatever that you would wear if you were in the military. So it's probably Second World War era, 1939 to 45 or thereabouts, I'm guessing. But it's a thing. Tell you what, we've got another screamer. That was my bit of aluminium there. That is a much better target. 91, 92. Come on, double silver. Oh, now it's a screamer. So way up to 98, 99. I think it's going to be brass or a big bottle top again, maybe. There you go. It's a finial or something. A door. It's a wee doorknob. Oh well, there you go. Piece of furniture. A couple of 100 years old at most. I'm only 20-30 feet from the edge of the field, so this is going to be my last target. 1991, you never know. Oh, there's a stone. Nothing yet. Oh. Probably aluminium, to be honest, because I'm right near the edge. Very stony compared with the rest of the field. There's something there. There is something there which is... oh no, that's a stone. It's a stone that I've clipped with a spade. I don't know if we're in or if we're out. Only one way to find out. Let's get the XP Garrett. Oh, we're still down there. Well, let's see. Oh. I've actually got a new camera harness, which is a little bit more stable than the last one. Kind of. Well, hopefully you could think that. It's a big bit of lead. That is a big bit of lead. Just probably a bit of roofing lead. It's the last target, I think, of the day, unless something appears in the next 30 seconds, but we'll soon find out. Albert's got this wee bit of silver. Who something, this something, and then it's broken. It's kind of got a heart shape to it, so it's pretty rough and ready on the back, as you can see, but it's been a pendant of some description, maybe some sort of religious, I don't know, a verse or such like. But if you recognise it, then let us know. Who keeps this something, it says. So yeah, let us know. Probably Victorian or early 1900s. There he is, the man himself, Albert in the distance there. That's about as much as him. That's about as much of him as you've probably ever seen. But just going to, out of interest, going to turn this off. As you'll see, I'm on the Jethro program as ever. Thank you, Jethro. Turn this off and let's see if the coil reconnects or if it fails miserably again. On again. And select the headphones. And same problem. Same problem. So go back. No coil. Trying to connect again. And last time I just left it like that, having turned it on and off and on and off and on and off multiple times. It just started to work. So see what happens. See, it's trying to connect again, trying to connect. The light is on, it's flashing. Bizarre, really, really bizarre. And who knows, as I say, last time that this happened, turned it on the next day, having left it in the car overnight, turned it on the next morning and it worked perfectly. So it's a mystery, I don't know what is going on. But if you've experienced this, or if you've any idea, then do let me know. I think I'll probably just try and reflash the software tonight or tomorrow before I go out again, and hopefully that might solve the problem. So let me know. This is the extent of Albert's finds, although he did get 101 bottle tops as well, but he got a bit of silver. George III, 1920, a little silver threepence, so pretty good going. He also got this little interesting bit of a shoe buckle, I think that is, probably Georgian, 1760, 1820, that kind of period, so again, a nice wee find. He got a few coins, but to be honest, most of them not in the best of nick. Got a wee Elizabeth threepence, which he got one of them the other day. Various little bits and pieces. A couple of interesting things. I've already shown you his little silver, sort of love heart shaped thing. That looks like it's a bit of a horse brass. He's got a general service button just there. You can see the lion on one side, the unicorn on the other. So that'll be Second World War era, 1939 to 45. Another hat pin or a hairpin piece, and a little array of finds. This is his actual first find that he got. Don't know what it is though, but if you know, then let us know. So all in all, pretty good going. On this, he actually got that the other day, but he still had it in his pocket. So there you go, that is the extent of Albert's finds. Not bad at all, and obviously I was delighted to get my little bit of silver, William III. Well, what a day, folks. I'm absolutely over the moon, because it's been a while since I've had something good that had a bit of age to it, and that William III shilling is an absolute cracker. So much so that it deserves a wind-free light box. So I'm going to come back to you with a future video showing you the best of the finds. But Albert got silver, a threepence, and I got a shilling, which is 12p, although mine is slightly older than his, but I think we both had a pretty good day, so hopefully you enjoyed. As ever, if you're not subscribed, then please hit the button. And as I said earlier, thanks very much for 7 million views. I'm absolutely over the moon with that. Thank you so much. And well, hopefully next time, maybe we'll have Simon, maybe Martin, maybe Pete, who knows, but I'll definitely be back. So take care, and thank you all for watching. Oh, and thank you again to Regton Metal Detectors, my channel sponsor, for sending me out the XP pinpointer, the MI6. So far, it's a fantastic piece of kit. I look forward to it finding me some more treasures. So take care, and thanks for watching. That's been 5 minutes, and it's still unable to connect. What a mystery. What an absolute mystery.